I'm CA Gaurav Chopra and welcome to the ICICA Foundation classes. So in today's session, we are going to start with the topic annuity, the most important topic of the chapter of the subject and one of the interesting topic. So let's see who all are live now with us. Tarun is there, Ritu, Sindhu, Aryan Kumar, Aishwarya, Vishnudev Thakur, Pramod, Ananya, Rajan, Nikita, Aditi, Shreya, Ayushi, Manish Jain. Okay, so very good afternoon, everybody. So the today's topic is a bit lengthy, so let us start as soon as possible. So the first thing is annuity. The first term which we have to understand is this annuity. So what is the meaning of the term annuity? Annuity किसे कहते हैं? तो सबसे पहले इसकी छोटी सी definition. Annuity means a series or sequence of periodic payments or receipts. What is important? It must be a series. It is a sequence of payment or receipt regularly over a specified period of time. For example, house rent. जब भी हम हाउस रेंट की बात करते हैं तो देयर इज वन टीनेंट एंड वन लैंडलॉर्ड, दोनों के बीच में अग्रीमेंट होता है. लाइक जो टीनेंट है ही विल बी पेइंग ₹10,000 पर मंथ एज अ रेंट. दैट मींस हर महीने की एक फिक्स डेट को उसको अपना रेंट पे करना है. हर मंथ की फिक्स डेट को फिक्स अमाउंट ऑफ रेंट उसको पे करना है. सो व्हाट आर द मेन कंडीशंस फॉर एन्युटी? एन्युटी इज अ सीरीज ऑफ पेमेंट कि हर रेगुलर पीरियड पे उसका पेमेंट होना चाहिए. सो दैट रेगुलर पीरियड कैन बी मंथली, इट कैन बी क्वार्टरली, हाफ ईयरली और एनुअली. इट कैन बी एनी पीरियड, बट रेगुलर पेमेंट्स इज नेसेसरी. सेकंड इज द अमाउंट, द फिगर. द अमाउंट कैसा होना चाहिए? अमाउंट मस्ट बी सेम, अमाउंट मस्ट बी इक्वल. लेट्स टेक वन मोर एग्जांपल, लाइफ इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम. तो जब भी हमने लाइफ इंश्योरेंस करवाते हैं तो उसमें साल में एक बार हमें पे करना है. तो एवरी ईयर लेट्स से 15 अगस्त इज द डेट जिस दिन हमें इंश्योरेंस का प्रीमियम पे करना होता है. तो हर साल उस दिन को हम क्या करेंगे? इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम पे करेंगे. सो दिस इज अ सीरीज ऑफ पेमेंट बेस्ड ऑन ईयरली बेसिस. So let's read the two conditions. So to be called annuity, a series of payment, it must have following features. The first feature is amount paid or received must be constant over the period of annuity. Amount must remain same. Second is the time interval, the time gap between the two payments or two receipts must be the same. So gap must be same and amount must be same. So these two are the main conditions for annuity. Yes, some more people are live now. Dimple, Alka Nideshwari, Rahul, then Ms. Zakia Piprani, RP Shah, Srishti Pandey, Samina Hakim, Mehak Roy, Sweta Sharma, Aisha Sood, Purva Joshi, Venkat Lakshmi, Shri Fran, Prakhar Khandelwal, and Aditya Darshan. Great. So welcome everybody. So this is the annuity which we have discussed. Annuity का simple meaning है series of payment, amount same होना चाहिए और दोनों के बीच में gap same होना चाहिए. So let's take few condition, few scenarios जिसको देखकर आपको पता लगाना है कि वो annuity है या नहीं. So there is one table, table number 4.1. Year is from 1 to 5 and आपको बताना है क्या ये annuity है या नहीं. So 1 से लेके 5 every year there is a payment. Time gap is same, but the figures are not same. Figures are not same. So it is not an annuity. It is not an annuity. Let's take the second table. 4.2. 4.2 says 5,000 is the amount for every year. बट थर्ड वन इज स्किप्ड. एक ईयर को स्किप कर दिया और उसके बाद बाकी सब में पेमेंट्स है. सो जैसे ही स्किप हुआ सीक्वेंस ब्रेक हो गई. सो अगेन दिस इज नॉट एन एन्युटी. ये भी एन्युटी नहीं है बिकॉज सीक्वेंस नहीं बन रहा है, इट इज ब्रेकिंग. लेट्स टेक द थर्ड टेबल. थर्ड टेबल में 1 से लेके 5 एंड एवरी टाइम द पेमेंट और रिसिप्ट इज 5,000. That means there is a series of payment. It is a sequence without any error. That means हर बार gap भी same है and amount भी equal है. So table number 4.3 is an example of annuity. Great. All right, everybody. So this was the basic meaning of annuity. Now, annuity is divided into mainly two parts. The first part is known as annuity regular. First one is annuity regular. Second one is known as annuity due or annuity immediate. Annuity due और annuity immediate. दोनों में क्या डिफरेंस है, क्या फर्क है? Let us understand that फटाफट से. एन्युटी रेगुलर मींस जो पहला पेमेंट है या पहला रिसिप्ट है वो कब होगा? ईयर एंड में, एट द एंड ऑफ द पीरियड, एंड ऑफ द मंथ, एंड ऑफ द क्वार्टर या एंड ऑफ द ईयर. जो भी हमारा पीरियड है उसके एंड में अगर पेमेंट या रिसिप्ट हो रहा है तो हम उसे बोलेंगे एन्युटी रेगुलर. So when the first payment or receipt is at the end of the period, whereas in annuity due और annuity immediate, जैसा कि नाम बोल रहा है immediate, अभी का भी, हाथों हाथ. So the first payment or first receipt will begin from today. That is the beginning of the period. Monthly है तो month के starting में, yearly है तो year के starting में. तो जब भी इमीडिएट आता है दैट मींस आज से ही, बिगिनिंग फ्रॉम टुडे, तो पीरियड के स्टार्टिंग में. All right, so this is the main difference between the two, annuity regular and annuity immediate. Okay, so I think till here this was the basic concept. Now let us introduce with a few terms, that is the future value and present value. So there is one simple example, like if we invest rupees 1000 in a fixed deposit. 1000 का हमने क्या करवा दिया है? FD, fixed deposit, and it is paying 7% interest per annum. 7% की रेट से हमें इंटरेस्ट मिलता है. तो एक साल के बाद हमें कितना पैसा मिलेगा? After 1 year, how much will be the amount due? How much we will be receiving the amount? So very simple calculation, you can calculate. So it will be 1070, because 1000 becomes the principal, time period is 1 year, rate of interest is 7%. Now you can apply the formula and get the value 1070. So this 1070 is nothing but the future value only. इसी को हम क्या बोलते हैं? फ्यूचर वैल्यू. पहले यही चीज को हमने क्या बोला था? अमाउंट. अमाउंट मीन्स that figure which we will be receiving in future at the time of maturity. जब FD mature हो जाएगी, जो पैसा मिलेगा, that is known as amount. Alternatively, it is also known as future value. फ्यूचर वैल्यू. अगर हम इसको 2 years के लिए इन्वेस्ट करते हैं तो 2 साल के बाद जो पैसा मिलेगा, दैट बिकम्स द फ्यूचर वैल्यू. नाउ फ्यूचर वैल्यू के लिए जो फॉर्मूला है, दैट इज द सिंपली द कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट फॉर्मूला. अमाउंट इज इक्वल टू प्रिंसिपल, then 1 plus I to the power of n. So this amount only is regarded as future value. So future value is equal to principal 1 plus I to the power of n. So let's say we invest 1000 rupees at the rate of 7% for 2 years. Then what will be the future value? So future value क्या होगी? So simply applying this formula for compound interest, we can calculate the result. So it is 1144.9. So this is the future value of rupees 1000 after 2 years. कि आज जो 1000 रुपए है, आज हम उसको अगर बैंक में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं तो हमें कितना पैसा मिलेगा 2 साल के बाद? 1144.9 rupees. All right. So this is simply the future value. Now, on the other hand, if we talk about, like, let's say we are if we will receive 1144.9 after 2 years, then how much is the amount invested? तो हमने कितना अमाउंट इन्वेस्ट किया है आज? आज हमने कितना पैसा इन्वेस्ट किया है, सो दैट आफ्टर 2 years the amount is 1144.9. So this time we have to calculate the invested money, and this invested money is nothing but the present value. The invested money can be regarded as present value. So इस P को हम present value भी कह सकते हैं. So just doing the reverse calculation, 1144.9 is equal to this present value, then 1 plus 0.07 to the power of 2. Now you can simplify this and get the result. Of course, the result will be 1000. So this present value is rupees 1000. So this was the basic concept based on compound interest. Now this future value was not talking about annuity, but now we are introducing annuity with future value. अब दोनों का क्या होगा? मिश्रण होगा, दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन होगा. एक तरफ एन्युटी है और उसकी हमें फ्यूचर वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करनी है. अभी तक तो क्या था, हमने 1000 रुपीज एक बार डिपॉजिट किया, लेट्स से फॉर 2 years, so 2 साल बाद कितना पैसा मिलेगा, तो वी हैव इन्वेस्टेड ओनली वंस. लेकिन एन्युटी में क्या होगा, हमें बार बार इन्वेस्ट करना है, इधर मंथली और क्वार्टरली और ईयरली अकॉर्डिंग टू द सिचुएशन. ऑलराइट, so this is the basic thing, so that is why we are giving some टाइम टू दिस बेसिक्स. एक बार आपका बेसिक स्ट्रांग हो जाएगा, उसके बाद आप कैसे भी क्वेश्चन हो इजीली सॉल्व कर पाएंगे. So it is very much important to understand the basics. Okay, so based on this, there is one example that is 25. You invest rupees 3000 in 2 years investment that pays 12% per annum. Calculate the future value of investment. हमने एक बार ही इन्वेस्टमेंट किया, बार बार नहीं किया, एन्युटी वर्ड नहीं लिखा है. दैट मींस इट इज अ सिंपल क्वेश्चन ऑफ कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट. सो फ्यूचर वैल्यू इज इक्वल टू 3000 is invested money, 1.12 to the power of how many years? 2 years. Now we can simplify this on the calculator. 1.12 square multiply by 3000, and then we are getting 3763.2 rupees. This is the future value. Okay, now comes the main thing, that is the future value of annuity regular. Future value of annuity regular. Now future value means future में कितना पैसा मिलेगा. एन्युटी रेगुलर, रेगुलर का मतलब क्या, हम इन्वेस्ट कब कर रहे हैं, वी आर इन्वेस्टिंग एट द एंड ऑफ द पीरियड. वी आर इन्वेस्टिंग एट द एंड ऑफ द पीरियड, पीरियड के एंड में हम पैसा इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं. ओके, नाउ हाउ टू कैलकुलेट दिस थिंग? सो लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड or let us use one simple formula. Yes, so there is one simple formula to calculate this. It says future value of annuity regular, we are talking about only annuity regular, is equal to, A denotes annuity, bracket 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1 whole divided by I. This is the formula. So here A means annuity, I is the rate of interest, N is the time period. N is the time period. So from example 26, find the future value of annuity. So question is clearly saying find out the future value of annuity. That means we have to use this formula of future value of annuity. Of rupees 500 made annually. Now this is the main information. We are investing rupees 500 annually once in a year. कितने time period के लिए? For 7 years. We are investing this money for 7 years at the interest rate of 14%. So rate of interest is 14% and compounding is done annually. Okay, so let's do this. A में क्या रखेंगे? We will substitute 500 in this annuity. Then 1 plus I. So it is 1.14 to the power of, it is 7 minus 1 and then divided by I, that is 0.14. Now some values is given in the question. We can use this value for the calculation. So 500 bracket 2.5023 minus 1 upon 0.14. Now we can simply do this calculation on the calculator. So 2.5023 minus 1 divided by 0.14 and then multiply by 500. So we are getting 5365.35. This is simply the future value. So अगर हम 500 rupees invest करते हैं every year for 7 years, तो after 7 years हमें कितना पैसा मिलेगा? 5365. Okay. So everybody is clear till now? Yes, so Ritu has done, Dimple has done. Great. Now, let's come on the next example, which is 27. Rupees 200 is invested at the end of each month. So the question is giving all the information. You have to pick what is required. So 200 is invested at the end of each month. So since it is each month, so it denotes annuity. So amount, that is annuity A, is 200. It is monthly annuity. And the account paying interest at the rate of 6% per year. Now the rate of interest is given 6% per year and compounding is monthly. So we have to convert this rate into monthly. So for conversion, 6 upon 12, that is 0.005. This is the rate. Then what is the future value of annuity after 10th payment? After 10th payment, so how many months or year will be there? So since we are on monthly mode, so we have made 10 payments. That is, after 10 months, we have to check the future value. So N will be 10. N हो जाएगा आपका 10. So annuity is 200, N is 10, I is 0.005, and some table value is also given. So let's apply. This is the formula. So future value is equal to 200, then 1.005 to the power of 10 minus 1 upon 0.005. So let's see how much we are getting. The value is given 1.0511 minus 1 upon 0.005. So let's simplify this and get the result. Yes, so correct answer is 2044. Manish and Dimple has given the answer. Great. So that was future value of annuity regular. So Mohammed Khan understood, Ritu understood, Yash Raj, Omkar, Soumya Rajan, Meghna Chauhan, Priyadarshini. Yes, so everybody has done great. Amy Misra has also done. Okay. Now comes the future value of annuity due or immediate. Now, what is the difference between annuity due and regular mathematically? दोनों में calculation में क्या difference आएगा? So let's say if we are investing for 5 years, like 5 installments we are paying. In case of annuity regular, first installment will be paid at the end of first year, then end of second year, end of third year, end of fourth year, end of fifth year. This will be the situation. तो जब भी एन्युटी रेगुलर की बात हो रही है, वी विल बी पेइंग एट द एंड ऑफ द पीरियड. तो अगर फर्स्ट ईयर के एंड में पे किया एंड हमारा अमाउंट ड्यू कब होगा, पैसा कब ड्यू होगा, एट द एंड ऑफ 5 years, 5 साल के बाद पैसा ड्यू हो जाएगा. तो इस फर्स्ट पेमेंट पे कितना इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा? फर्स्ट पेमेंट विल अर्न इंटरेस्ट फॉर हाउ मेनी ईयर्स? क्योंकि फर्स्ट ईयर के एंड में दिया है तो फर्स्ट ईयर का तो इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा नहीं. उसके बाद कितने ईयर्स बचे हैं? 4 years आर लेफ्ट. सो वी विल बी रिसीविंग इंटरेस्ट फॉर 4 years. देन सेकेंड ईयर, सेकेंड जो हमने पेमेंट किया है तो उस पे 3 years का इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा. थर्ड वाले पेमेंट पे 2 years, फोर्थ पे 1 year एंड लास्ट वाले पे नो इंटरेस्ट, बिकॉज इधर हमने पेमेंट किया, उधर वो अमाउंट ड्यू हो गया. राइट? तो इस तरह से इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा. बट इफ वी टॉक अबाउट एन्युटी ड्यू और एन्युटी इमीडिएट, then the payment will be in the beginning of first year, beginning of second year, beginning of third, fourth and then fifth year. अब क्योंकि फर्स्ट ईयर के बिगिनिंग में हमने इन्वेस्ट किया है तो फर्स्ट पेमेंट पे कितनी साल का इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा? पूरे 5 साल का, 5 years का इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा. सेकेंड वाले में 4 years, थर्ड पेमेंट पे 3 years, देन 2 years एंड फॉर लास्ट इट इज 1 year. तो अगर हम सब में कंपेयर करें तो व्हाट इज द की डिफरेंस? डिफरेंस हमें यहां दिख रहा है, यहां 4 year का पेमेंट, 4 year का इंटरेस्ट मिल रहा है, वेयर एज इन ड्यू वी आर रिसीविंग 5. देन इन नेक्स्ट केस 3 and 4, 2 and 3, 1 and 2, 0 and 1. In each and every case there is a difference of 1 year. 1 साल का इंटरेस्ट एक्स्ट्रा मिलेगा सभी के ऊपर इन केस ऑफ एन्युटी ड्यू. तो एन्युटी ड्यू में ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा बिकॉज वी आर इन्वेस्टिंग इन द बिगिनिंग. लेकिन रेगुलर में 1 साल का इंटरेस्ट सब में कम मिलेगा बिकॉज वी आर इन्वेस्टिंग एट द एंड. सो कुल मिला के 1 साल का इंटरेस्ट का एक्स्ट्रा हमें कैलकुलेशन करना है इन केस ऑफ एन्युटी ड्यू. ऑलराइट, सो हाउ टू डू दिस एंड लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड. सो वी हैव टू राइट द फॉर्मूला फॉर फ्यूचर वैल्यू ऑफ annuity due. Now the first step is write the same formula. Future value is equal to annuity, then 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1 divided by I. This is the same formula for annuity regular. At last, at the end आपको क्या करना है? Multiply by 1 plus I. लास्ट में आपको 1 plus I कर देना है. What does this mean? 1 plus I means this is an additional interest of 1 year. This is additional interest of 1 year. 1 साल का एक्स्ट्रा इंटरेस्ट इसमें और हम ऐड कर देंगे. So that is why we are multiplying with 1 plus I. Okay, तो पूरा फॉर्मूला सेम है. लास्ट में क्या करेंगे? 1 plus I कर देना है. तो दिस इज फ्यूचर वैल्यू ऑफ एन्युटी ड्यू. Now let's solve example number 28. Z invest 10,000 every year starting from today. So how much is the investment? 10,000 rupees from today. सो फ्रॉम टुडे से आपको पता लगेगा दिस इज एन्युटी ड्यू, this is annuity immediate, so you have to read each and every word very carefully. क्वेश्चन में बार बार वो लैंग्वेज नहीं लिखी होगी कि आपको ड्यू का फॉर्मूला यूज करना है या इमीडिएट का, यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड विद द लैंग्वेज. तो आज से शुरू किया है, दैट मीन्स द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द पीरियड. ओके, नाउ द टाइम पीरियड इज 10 years and suppose rate of interest is 8% per annum compounded annually, so we have to calculate the future value of annuity. So let's compute this. So in place of A we can write 10,000, then 1 plus I, so the rate is 8%, so 1.08 whole to the power of 10 minus 1 divided by I. I is 0.08, and at last we have to multiply with 1.08. Okay. Now, since the table value is given, there's some calculation is given in the question, we have to use that figure only. So 2.1589250, you have to use this figure only. So 10,000, then it is 2.1589250 minus 1 upon 0.08, and at last multiply with 1.08. So let's calculate this on the calculator and we will get the answer. So 1.15895 divided by 0.08, then multiply by 1.08, and then multiply by 10,000. So this time we are getting 1,56,454.875. This is the future value. So future value का कौन सा क्वेश्चन था यहाँ पे? It is annuity due. Annuity due कैसे पता लगेगा? Because it is saying starting from today. तो पहले क्या करना है? As it is regular वाला फॉर्मूला लिखना है and at last multiply with 1 plus I. Now सारी values one by one हम input करेंगे. 10,000, then 1 plus I, then minus 1, divide by rate and multiply by 1 plus rate. Now simply adding, multiplying, dividing, you will get the answer as 1,56,454. Okay. So this will be your final answer. Okay. Now this was the future value. Now it's time to start with the present value. So let us begin with the present value. So basically, what is the meaning of the term present value? प्रेजेंट वैल्यू का मतलब है आज की डेट में क्या वर्थ है. सो लेट्स से अगर कोई हमें 100 रुपए देता है, इफ समवन इज पेइंग अस ₹100 आफ्टर 1 ईयर, 1 साल के बाद, तो आज की डेट में उसकी क्या वर्थ होगी, आज की डेट में क्या उसकी वर्थ क्या होगी. तो दिस वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. सो आज अगर हमें मान लो कोई 90 रुपीज भी देता है, क्या वो उस 100 रुपीज के इक्वल होगा. सो लेट्स से आज हमें अगर कोई 90 रुपीज देता है और हम उसको इन्वेस्ट करते हैं फॉर 1 ईयर, और 1 साल के बाद अगर हमें एग्जैक्टली ₹100 मिल जाते हैं, दैट मीन्स 90 बिकम्स द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ 100. लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड वंस मोर. अगर हमें 100 रुपीज मिलते हैं कब? आफ्टर 1 ईयर. तो आज उसकी वर्थ क्या है? व्हाट इज इट्स वैल्यू टुडे? सो लेट्स टेक वन figure. If we are saying if someone is giving 90 rupees today और उस 90 को हमने इन्वेस्ट किया for 1 year and after 1 year we are getting rupees 100, that means 90 becomes the present value. 90 क्या बन गई उसकी present value. ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? Because we can invest that money in 1 year and after 1 year that money will become rupees 100. So अगर हमें कोई पर्सन ये कहता है कि हम मान लो किसी पर्सन से 500 रुपीज मांगते हैं, वी आर डिमांडिंग 500 रुपीज फ्रॉम समवन, और ये पैसा उसको कब पे करना है? आफ्टर 1 year, 1 साल के बाद पे करना है। रुपीज 500 हमारे ड्यू है किसी के पास, और उसको कब पे करना है? आफ्टर 1 year. नाउ ही इज गिविंग वन ऑप्शन टू अस, वो अपने को एक ऑप्शन दे रहा है। क्या ऑप्शन दे रहा है? कि मैं आपको सारा पैसा आज ही पे कर देता हूं, मैं आपको पैसा आज ही पे कर देता हूं, आई विल पे यू टुडे, बट आज मैं कितना पे करूंगा? 475 रुपीज। आज मैं आपको पे कर देता हूं 475 रुपीज। क्या हमें एक्सेप्ट करना चाहिए या नहीं करना चाहिए? इफ द रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट इज 10% per annum. So this you guys have to answer. Understand the situation one more time. हम किसी पर्सन से मांगते हैं, लेट्स से देयर इज वन फ्रेंड ऑफ योर्स जिसका नेम है अंशुमन। योर फ्रेंड अंशुमन, उसको आपने 500 रुपए दिए थे और वो पर्सन कह रहा है मैं आपको 1 साल बाद लौटा दूंगा। ओके ना, वो पर्सन 500 रुपए हमें पे करेगा आफ्टर 1 year। अगर हम उसको, अगर वो हमें ऑप्शन देता है कि मैं आपको आज ही पैसा पे कर दूं, कितना? 475 रुपीज, तो क्या हम उससे 475 रुपीज एक्सेप्ट कर लेना चाहिए या फिर हमें 1 साल बाद ही पूरे 500 रुपए लेने चाहिए? सो व्हाट शुड बी डन? सो इफ वी टेक 475 टुडे, तो क्या हमें प्रॉफिट होगा या लॉस होगा? कम ऑन एवरीवन, यू हैव टू आंसर दिस। अगर हम 475 आज रिसीव करते हैं तो क्या हमें प्रॉफिट होगा या लॉस होगा, ये आपको बताना है। मनीष जैन सेज लॉस, मिस थॉमस सेज आफ्टर 1 year लेना चाहिए, आर्यन सेज नॉट टू एक्सेप्ट नाउ, रितु सेज लॉस होगा, एवरीवन इज सेइंग लॉस, मेघना सेज नो वी शुड नॉट एक्सेप्ट as we have a loss of 25. Okay, now understand very carefully. 500 रुपीज वो मैं दे रहा था 1 साल के बाद, आज देगा तो कितना? 475। नाउ अगर हमें आज 475 मिल जाते हैं, देन वी कैन इन्वेस्ट दिस 475। हम इसको इन्वेस्ट कर देंगे। इन्वेस्ट करने पे कितना इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा? वी विल बी रिसीविंग 10% पर एनम एज द रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट। नाउ कैलकुलेट दिस, अगर हम 10% ऐड कर ले इसमें तो कितना हो जाता है? 522.5 रुपीज। तो 1 साल बाद हमें बैंक से कितना मिलेगा? 522.5, जबकि अंशुमन कितना पे करेगा? ओनली 500। अंशुमन विल पे ओनली 500 आफ्टर 1 year, बट अगर वो हमें आज 475 पे करता है तो हमारा टोटल अमाउंट कितना बन जाएगा आफ्टर 1 year? दैट विल बी 522.5। दैट मीन्स वी शुड एक्सेप्ट 475 नाउ। आज हमें 475 को एक्सेप्ट कर लेना चाहिए। तो कई बार जो लॉस दिखता है वो होता नहीं है, तो इसलिए हमें थोड़ा सा अंडरस्टैंडिंग को यहाँ पे डेवलप करना पड़ेगा कि किस तरह से हम लॉस को प्रॉफिट में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं। हो सकता है इनिशियली हमें दिखने में तो लॉस दिखा है, बट एक्चुअल में वो हमारे लिए प्रॉफिटेबल है। ऑलराइट, Bhumi says profit if we will be taking today. Yes, correct. Lisa says profit. Meghna Chauhan, after 1 year we will have a profit. Okay. Okay, so I think everybody has understood this concept, what I was trying to explain. Now we have to do the calculation with the help of basic formulas. Now, कैसे हमें इसको समझना है? Let us understand. लेट्स से वी हैव इन्वेस्टेड समवेयर, हमने कहीं भी पैसा इन्वेस्ट किया और वहां से एवरी ईयर वी विल बी रिसीविंग ₹1000 फॉर 3 years. So we will be receiving ₹1000. So there is a cash flow. CF means cash flow of ₹1000 at the end of 1 year, 1000 at the end of second year, and 1000 at the end of 3 years. तो हमें 3 बार पैसा मिलेगा, फर्स्ट ईयर के एंड में, सेकेंड ईयर के एंड में एंड थर्ड ईयर के एंड में. So what is the present value of this money? This we have to calculate. Now, in order to calculate the present value, we have to find a factor which is known as present value factor. This is known as present value factor. And let's say the rate of interest is 10% per annum. So rate of interest is 10%. Now, to calculate this present value factor, there is one simple formula, 1 upon 1 plus I to the power of n. 1 upon 1 plus I to the power of n. Okay. So, how to calculate this? For first year, what will be the factor? So, for first year, we will be doing 1 divided by 1 plus 0.1 to the power of 1. So, simply type on the calculator 1 divided by 1.1 and then press equal to. 1 divide 1.1 and then press equal to. How much we are getting? 0.9090. For second year, we can say that n will be 2. So 1 upon 1 plus 0.1 to the power of 2. So power 2 we have to calculate. Now there is one simple shortcut to calculate this power 2. How to calculate? Press 1 divide 1.1 and then press equal to for 2 times. Since power is 2, so press equal to 2 times. So how much we are getting? 0.8264. 8264. Now, in case of 3 years, 1 plus 0.1 to the power of 3. 1 upon 1 plus 0.1 to the power of 3. Now, this time press equal to for 3 times. So, 1 divided by 1.1 equal to for 3 times. You will get the value as 0.7513. 7513. Now, we have to find the present value. So we can multiply both of them, cash flows, multiply with this present value factor, you will get the present value. So how much? 9090.0. Second will be 826.4. Third will be 751.3. Now we can add them and get the result. So it is 2486.7. 2486.7. This is the present value. So in this way, we can calculate the present value. Now, we also have one shortcut for this calculation. इस पूरी कैलकुलेशन को करने के लिए एक शॉर्टकट भी है जिसमें आपको पूरा टेबल बनाने का जरूरत नहीं है, आप उसको डायरेक्टली कर सकते हैं ऑन कैलकुलेटर. ओके, सो लेट्स डू दिस ऑन कैलकुलेटर. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, राइट 1 divided by 1.1 on the calculator, press equal to 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. Done. Then press GT button. GT means gross total button. Then you have to press M plus, or you can directly do after GT, multiply with 1000. You will get the result. 1 divided by 1.1, then press equal to for 3 times. 1, 2, 3, then press GT and then multiply by 1000. So you will be getting the exact answer 2486.8. So this will be the exact answer. Okay. So this we have taken at the end of the period. So it is annuity regular. All right. So let's take one or two more examples for the clarity. Now this time, let's say we are receiving rupees 5,000 at the end of 1 year, second year, third year, as well as in fourth year. So we are receiving this rupees 5,000 at the end of every year for 4 years. Now you have to calculate its present value. Calculate the present value. So what can be done this time? Let's say again the rate of interest is 10%. So 1 divided by 1.1, press equal to for 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. You have to press equal to for the 4 times. Now after pressing equal to, you have to press GT button and then multiply with 5,000. You will get the answer. So it's a very shortcut method. You will get the answer in few seconds. So what's the answer? You can comment and let me know. Yes, Dimple has given the answer 15849.32. Yes, this is the correct answer. This is the correct present value, 15,849.32 rupees. Aditya Darshan has also given the answer. Aryan Kumar, Samina Hakim, Priyanka Mane, Rahul Patel, Purva Joshi. Great. So everybody has got the answer. So it's a very, very beautiful trick, important trick for the present value. Okay. So now this trick is applicable when all the figures are same. When all the figures are same, you can apply this trick. But if the figures are different, then you have to prepare this table. तो आपको ये पूरी टेबल बनानी पड़ेगी if figures are different, but if figures are same, you can apply the shortcut. Then Ritu is also given the answer. Bharat Chaudhary, Meghna Chauhan, Venkat Lakshmi, Arpi Shah. Great. Now example number 30, you have to read and understand very carefully what is given in the question and what you have to calculate. So find the present value of rupees 10,000 to be required after 5 years if the interest rate is 9% and the value of 1.09 to the power of 5 is given. So this time you are given the future value. Future value आपके पास available है and you have to calculate the present value. So that means there is a simple formula. It is not an annuity. Annuity कहीं भी नहीं लिखा है. It is not a series of payment. Simply you have to apply the formula that future value is equal to the present value, then 1 plus I to the power of n. So in future you will be receiving rupees 10,000. Then present value you have to find it out. Then 1.09 to the power of 5. So let's divide 10,000 divided by 1.5386. So from this you can get the figure as 6499 point something. Okay. So this is not an annuity. Simple, we have to apply the formula for compound interest and calculate the present value. Okay. So you must have GT button in the calculator for the calculation of annuity. Annuity के लिए GT button होना must है. If GT button is not there, then you have to use memory function. You have to use memory function. So let's revise it with the help of this example. The example says, yes, suppose your mom promised you to give rupees 1000 on every 31st December for next 5 years. So you will be receiving 1000 for the next 5 years. And let's say today is 1st of January. How much money will you have after 5 years from now? तो 5 साल के बाद आपके पास कितना पैसा होगा? If you invest this gift for the next 5 years at the rate of 10%. तो जैसे गिफ्ट मिलता है हम उसको इन्वेस्ट करते हैं एट द रेट ऑफ 10%. सो यू हैव टू कंप्यूट हियर. तो 5 साल तक हमें पैसा मिलेगा. एवरी ईयर वी विल रिसीव ₹1000. दिस शोज दैट इट इज एन एन्यूटी. और ये क्योंकि एन्यूटी है तो हमें एक तो क्या कैलकुलेट करना, उसका फ्यूचर वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करना है. सो जो हमने पहले कर लिया. Now there is one other situation, but you don't want ₹1000 to be given to you each year. अब हम ये चाहते हैं, हम 1000 रुपए रोज रिसीव नहीं करना चाहते. We want to receive lump sum figure. We want to receive ₹1000 as a lump sum. So will you get ₹5000 or more or less today? In short, 1000 rupees every year आपको मिल रहे थे 5 साल तक. ओके. एंड उसकी जगह अपने पेरेंट्स को बोला, हमें सारा पैसा एक साथ दे दो. तो क्या वो एक साथ आपको 5000 रुपीज देंगे या उससे कम ज्यादा देंगे? ऑफ कोर्स उससे कम देंगे, बिकॉज अगर आप उस फिगर को इन्वेस्ट करोगे तो ऑटोमेटिकली वो 5000 के इक्विवेलेंट बन जाएगा. सो वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट दिस प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ ₹1000. सो द अमाउंट that she will be giving you today will be less than 5000. और उसको कैलकुलेट करने के लिए you have to find out the present value. So कब पैसा मिलेगा? एक तो फर्स्ट ईयर के एंड में मिल रहा था 1000, then second year, third, fourth and then fifth year. तो जो पैसा एक साल बाद मिल रहा है उसको प्रेजेंट पे लेके जाना है. उसको प्रेजेंट पे लेके जाना है, दैट मींस एक साल पीछे जाना है. सो दैट इज व्हाई वी आर यूजिंग द पावर 1. जो पैसा सेकेंड ईयर के एंड में मिल रहा है उसको 2 साल पीछे लेके जाना है फॉर प्रेजेंट वैल्यू कैलकुलेशन. दैट इज व्हाई वी आर यूजिंग पावर 2. जो थर्ड ईयर के एंड में मिल रहा है उसको 3 इयर्स बैक ले जाना है, देन 4 एंड देन 5. सो दिस वाज द कैलकुलेशन. तो ये पूरी टेबल से हम कैलकुलेशन कर सकते हैं. दिस इज द फर्स्ट मेथड एंड द सेकेंड मेथड वाज सिंपली 1 divided by rate is 10%. So 1.1 press equal to for 5 times because there are 5 years. 5 times equal to, then press GT button and then multiply with the figure, that is 1000. So after doing this, you will get the answer. So Dimple has given 3790 as the answer. So 1 upon 1.1, 1 time equal to second, third, 4 and then 5. Press GT, multiply by 1000. So you are getting 3790.786. This will be the figure. This is the present value. So if anyone is not having the memory, not having the GT function, then you have to follow these steps. 1 divide by 1.1, press the equal to and m plus. Then again equal to m plus. Third time equal to m plus. Fourth time equal to m plus. fifth time equal to m plus. So you are pressing equal to for the 5 times and memory button again for the 5 times. After that, you have to press MRC button. MRC button दबाना है and multiply with 1000. Multiply with 1000. और उसके बाद the answer will be on your screen. That is 3790.78. Okay. So Ritu Tiwari has given the answer. Aditi, Manish, Purva, Priyanka, and Yashraj. Great. So everybody has done till now. Now there is one more formula for this. If you want, you can learn this formula as well for the present value calculation. So it is present value equals 1 plus I whole to the power of n minus 1 upon I into 1 plus I whole to the power of n. And then at last you can multiply with the annuity, that is A. Multiply with A. So you will get the present value. This is the formula for present value. Alternatively, we can do using our shortcut method. Okay, both will give you the same result. Now, there is one situation. Let's do this. So it says, suppose your dad purchased a car for rupees 5,50,000. This is the cost of the car. He gets a loan of rupees 5 lakh at the rate of 15% per annum from the bank, and balance he paid at the time of purchase. That means 50,000 was the down payment he has made. Now your dad has to pay the whole amount of loan in 12 equal monthly installments. So we have taken the car on installment system and there is 12 EMI with interest starting from the end of the month. So it is annuity regular. Annuity regular is there because beginning from the end of the month. Now the first step is, since it is monthly EMI, so we have to find the rate monthly. So monthly rate is equal to 15% upon 12. So 15 by 12 is how much? 1.25%. So this is the monthly rate, right? Now, what we have to do, we have to calculate EMI. How much is the EMI? How much is the installment? So what was our formula? Amount is equal to, or we can say the present value is equal to annuity. Then what we were doing, multiply with the present value factor. This was the basic formula. Now this time, present value is given in the question, that is 5 lakh rupees. जितने का आपने लोन लिया है, that is basically the present value. और अमाउंट ऑफ एन्यूटी, ये हमें कैलकुलेट करना है कि एवरी मंथ हम कितना पैसा पे करेंगे एज इंस्टॉलमेंट्स. Multiply by the present value factor. Now we have to calculate this factor according to our trick. So what was the trick? 1 divided by 1.0125. Because the formula is 1 upon 1 plus I to the power of n, and I is 1.25%, or we can say 0.0125. So 1 divided by 1.0125, and then press equal to for how many times? since it is 12 installments, so press equal to for 12 times. So you have to press equal to for 12 times and then press GT button. So 1 divided by 1.0125, press equal to for 12 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 times is there. Then after that you have to press GT button. Now press M plus button, that is memory button. M plus. Now since we have to divide this one, so 11.0793, it will go on other side and get divided. So 5 lakh upon 11.0793 equal to A. So on calculator, what we will be doing? 5 lakh divide MRC and then press equal to. Result will be 45,129 on the screen. So 45,129, this is the installment. So let's repeat the trick once again. First, what you have to do, स्क्रीन पे सबसे पहले आप चेक कर ले कि मेमोरी का साइन नहीं होना चाहिए, एम सिंबल नहीं होना चाहिए. अगर स्क्रीन पे पहले से ही एम लिखा है, दैट मींस ऑलरेडी मेमोरी में कुछ पड़ा है. तो इरेज दैट मेमोरी फर्स्ट. इरेज दैट मेमोरी फर्स्ट. उसको इरेज कर दिया. इरेज करने के बाद ही आपको ये सारा स्टेप करना है. सो 1 डिवाइडेड बाय 1.0125, then press equal to button for 12 times. 12 times equal to button press करना है. Now after doing this for the 12 times, next step क्या है? Next step is press GT button. Then you have to press M plus memory button. Next step is 5 lakh divided by MRC and then press equal to. Don't forget to press equal to at last. Okay? Last में equal to press करना है and answer will be on your screen. So everybody has got the answer now. Yes. So Priyanka Mane says, wow sir, thank you for your nice trick. Yes, this trick is very much amazing, very interesting and very easy to get the answer. So using this trick, we can easily calculate our present value. All right. So let's have a break of 5 minutes now. And then we will be continuing after 5 minutes. Okay. So let's have a small break of 5 minutes. Okay. So let's start with example number 31 now. So before that, Mehak Roy is asking GT के बाद equal to press नहीं करना. No. After GT, simply press M plus button. No need of pressing equal to. Okay. So let's try this one more time with example number 31, and you can solve this within seconds. S borrows 5 lakh to buy a house. Whenever some loan amount is given, loan is nothing but the present value. Whenever loan is there, loan denotes present value. आज की डेट में उसकी क्या वर्थ है. Okay, so S borrows 5 lakh to buy a house. So this 5 lakh is nothing but the present value. If he pays equal installment for 20 years, so N is 20, rate is 10%. On the outstanding balance, what will be equal annual installment? So we have to calculate EMI, every month installment, or we can say every year installment. EYI, every year installment we have to calculate. So the same formula we can apply, like present value is equal to annuity multiplied by present value factor. Now present value is available 5 lakh equal to every year installment we have to find out. Now present value factor we can calculate on our calculator. So since the rate is 10%, so 1 divided by 1.1 and then press equal to for 20 times. Press equal to for 20 times. Let's do this. Then after that, to press GT button. After GT, press M plus memory button. Now 5 lakh divided by MRC and at last press equal to. So we are getting 58,729.8. This is the answer. So this is the installment which we will be getting. Okay, 58,729. Yes, so Aryan has given the answer. Amy Mishra, Pramod, Manish, Priyanka, Aditi Salvi. Great. So now I think everyone has understood this trick. So similarly, you can try the question number 32, example number 32, exactly same. This time, annuity is given and you have to find out the loan figure. Then try 33. Y bought a TV costing rupees 13,000 by making a down payment of 3 and agreeing to make equal annual payment for 4 years. So first of all, you have to see what is the loan amount. So TV का cost था 13,000 minus 3,000 is already paid. So loan is 10,000. So this 10,000 is nothing but the present value. And we have to calculate the installment. How much would be the payment if the interest on unpaid amount is 14%? So I is given 14% per annum. And how many payments are there? N is equal to 4. So let's calculate. 10,000 is equal to A multiplied by PV factor. So 1 divided by 1.14, press equal to for the 4 times. So let's do this. 1 divided by 1.14 equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. GT M plus 10,000 divide MRC and you are getting the answer. 3432.05. This is the answer. All right. So present value of annuity regular is now perfect. Now, the next thing is present value of annuity due और annuity immediate. So immediate में क्या change होगा कि हमें आज से ही शुरुआत करनी है. We have to begin from today itself. So let us understand this with example number 34. Suppose your mom decides to gift you rupees 10,000 every year starting from today. आज से मिलना शुरू हो जाएगा for next 5 years. You deposit this amount in a bank. हमने deposit किया as and when we receive and get 10% per annum rate of interest compounded annually. But हमें future value नहीं. We want to calculate its present value. So what is the present value? So this time annuity is given, A is given 10,000, I is given 10%, 0.10, then N is 5 years, and we have to calculate the present value. So PV is equal to annuity multiplied by present value factor. So what is the present value factor now? How to calculate? Again, the same process we have to do first. So let's do that process. 1 divide 1.1 equal to for 5 times. Then GT. So 10,000 multiplied by 3.7907. So we are getting 37907.86. So this will be the present value if amount कब मिला होता at the end of the period. अगर amount at the end of the period मिला होता तो हमारा result ही होता. But the case is अमाउंट हमें कब मिला है ईयर के बिगनिंग में, तो 1 ईयर का इंटरेस्ट इस पे एक्स्ट्रा मिलेगा, 1 साल का इंटरेस्ट हमें इस पे एक्स्ट्रा मिलेगा. तो हम इसमें सिंपली ऐड कर देंगे. वी कैन ऐड 1000 टू दिस, सॉरी 10,000 टू दिस. सो ऐड 10,000 एंड सॉरी यू हैव टू ऐड, कितना फिगर था हमारे पास. I think there is some problem in the calculation. Let's try it again. इसमें थोड़ा सा आपको कैलकुलेशन में क्या ध्यान रखना है. Let's understand once again. Since we are receiving the payment in the beginning, so पहले मैं इसको टेबल से समझाता हूं. After that we will be moving on the shortcut. So first year, second year, or we can write 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, this we can do. Now 0 year means what? We are receiving today, that is why we have written 0. So this is the cash flow for 0 period, 10,000, then 10,000 in first year, then 10,000 in second year, third year, fourth year, and the last year. So 5 times we have received this payment. Now it's time to write the present value factor at the rate of 10%. Now whenever we are talking about today, अगर आज आपको 10,000 रुपए मिले हैं तो उसकी आज की प्रेजेंट वैल्यू क्या है? ऑफ कोर्स 10,000. जो पैसा आज मिल रहा है उसकी प्रेजेंट वैल्यू तो क्या होगी? सेम होगी. सो दैट इज व्हाई उसका प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर तो क्या रहने वाला है? 1. सो इट विल बी रिटन एज 1. सो प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर for 0 period, that is for today, it will be 1. Then for the next period it will be 1 divided by 1.1, it will be 0.9090. For the next will be 0.8264, then next will be 0.7513, and again the next will be 0.6830. Now you can calculate the present value by multiplying them. So it was 10,000, then 10,000 into 0.9090. So it is 9090.9. Then 10,000 into 0.8264. Then 10,000 into 0.7513. And then 6830. And then adding all these, we are getting 41,679.9. 697.9 is there. 41,697.9. This we are getting. This is according to this complete table. Let us understand this table once again. Question has clearly told that 10,000 we will be receiving from starting from today. So it is annuity due. Annuity due. So कुछ पैसा आज मिलेगा. आज means the zero period. तो zero period है तो उसका present value always क्या होगा 1. Then first next year में मिलेगा beginning में. That means after 1 year. Then after 2 years, after 3 years, and then after 4 years. So accordingly सबका present value हमने क्या कर दिया, calculate कर लिया. Okay, all this is done, and then फिर हमने multiply किया, we have got the present value. Now what is the shortcut for this? So since 5 years is given, so what you have to do, 1 divided by 1.1, press equal to for only 4 times. Time 5 दिया है, but आपको 4 time press करना है. So let's do this first. 1 divided by 1.1 equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Now press GT button. Now add 1 in this because starting वाले का present value कितना था 1. So we have to add 1. So plus 1. Plus 1 is done. Now multiply with 10,000. So 4.169865 multiplied with 10,000, you will be getting 41,698.65. This will be your answer. So this is the shortcut in case of present value of annuity due or annuity immediate. तो जब भी annuity immediate आता है तो equal to एक बार कम दबाना है, लास्ट में क्या करेंगे, adding 1 and then multiply with the cash flows. You will get your result. So this is the short trick which you can understand. All right. So let's try one more question. How much amount is required to be invested every year to accumulate 3 lakh at the end of 10 years if interest is compounded annually at 10%? Rate of interest is 10%, time is 10 years, and how much amount is required to be invested every year? That means we have to find out the annuity. And the accumulated figure being 3 lakh. So simply you can apply the formula and get the result. Amy Mishra says all these short tricks are helping a lot. Yes, that's great. Ritu Tiwari says your tricks are amazing. Manish Zen says amazing tricks. Yes, all these tricks are very, very short tricks and you can easily solve all these questions within seconds. So come on, you can try example number 35 now with the shortcut method. Now, in this question number 35, example 35, you have to judge what is given and what was required. The most important thing was to judge whether it was present value or future value. So since it is given in the question that how much amount is required to be invested, so this shows that annuity we have to calculate. But आगे क्या लिखा है? So as to accumulate 3 lakh at the end of 10 years. So this 3 lakh is the future value because ये पैसा कब मिलेगा? At the end of 10 years. So this time you have to apply the formula for future value. तो आपको फ्यूचर वैल्यू का फॉर्मूला अप्लाई करना है. So फ्यूचर वैल्यू जो हमने फर्स्ट पार्ट में सीखा था, अमाउंट ऑफ एन्युटी, then 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1 divided by I. So substitute the values. So 1.1 to the power of 10 minus 1 divided by 0.1. So we can do this calculation on the calculator. 1.1, then multiply equal to power 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Minus 1 divided by 0.1. Then we can put memory plus button. Now 3 lakh divide MRC and your answer is 18,823.618. This is the exact answer. Okay. So you have to be very careful while reading the question, like what is given and what is required to be calculated from the question. Okay. Now there are some questions based on applications. The first portion is leasing. Now, what is leasing? Leasing is again a financial arrangement. It is just like a rent agreement where one person was landlord, other is tenant. Here, the person who is the owner of asset is known as lessor. Owner of asset is known as lessor. Lessor is basically capturing the asset, purchasing the asset and giving it on rent. तो लेसर का मेन काम क्या है? मशीन को परचेज किया और उसको रेंट पे दे देना. तो what lessor earns is the rent. So owner of the asset allows the user of the asset, that is the lessee, to use the asset for a definite period of time. And उसके बदले उसको क्या मिलेगा? Consideration, that is the lease rental. So this kind of agreement is favorable or not, we have to decide using the given data. Okay. So in short, there is one person known as lessor, other person is lessee. लेसर मतलब जो ओनर है, लेसी मतलब जो टेनेंट है, जो किराएदार है. तो लेसर एंड लेसी के बीच में जो एग्रीमेंट होगा, रिलेशनशिप होगा, वो मैं चेक करना है वेदर इट इज फेवरेबल और नॉट. So let's start with 36 example. ABC Limited wants to lease out an asset costing rupees 3,60,000. This 360 is simply the cost of asset. For 5-year period, so this is the time period. It has a fixed rental of rupees 1,05,000 per annum. It is the rent. Payable at the end of first year. End means it is annuity regular. Annuity regular. Suppose rate of interest is 14% per annum compounded annually, on which money can be invested by the company. Is this agreement favorable or not? So see, what is the situation? The company can purchase the asset, but for purchasing of asset, the company have to pay rupees 3,60,000. Now we have to decide whether it is favorable or not. So what will be the benefit to company? Company will be receiving 1,05,000 rupees every year for 5 years. So this is the annuity. 5 is the time period. Rate of interest is 14%. Now we have to calculate first the present value. Why to calculate the present value? So since cost is given 360, we can compare this cost with the present value of cash inflows. जो पैसा हमें मिलने वाला है उसकी प्रेजेंट वैल्यू क्या है और हमारी कॉस्टिंग क्या है. अगर दोनों को हमने कंपेयर किया एंड कैश फ्लो ज्यादा हुआ, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ कैश फ्लो ज्यादा मिला, दैट मीन्स इट इज फेवरेबल. और अगर प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ कैश फ्लो कम है, पैसा कम मिलेगा, देन वी विल बी रिजेक्टिंग दैट प्रपोजल. सो लेट अस कैलकुलेट प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ कैश इनफ्लो. कैश इनफ्लो की प्रेजेंट वैल्यू कितनी है ये हमें पता लगाना है. तो उसके लिए हम क्या करेंगे? व्हाट वी विल बी डूइंग, the same formula, present value is equal to annuity multiplied by present value factor. So 1,05,000 multiplied by PV factor. So PV factor की calculation करते हैं 1 divided by 1.14, press equal to for 5 times. Then press GT button. So the total is 3.433080 multiplied with 1,05,000. So it is 3,60,473.5. So अगर हम मशीन को परचेज करके रेंट पे देते हैं तो रेंट की प्रेजेंट वैल्यू कितनी है? 3,60,473, जबकि कॉस्ट कितनी है? 3,60,000. जैसे ही हमारी इनफ्लो, हमारा जो प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ इनफ्लो है वो कॉस्ट के इक्वल या ज्यादा होगा, देन वी विल एक्सेप्ट द प्रपोजल. सो कैश इनफ्लो, or we can say present value of cash inflow is more than the present value of cost. Cost से ज्यादा है, therefore we can accept the proposal. हम प्रपोजल को एक्सेप्ट कर लेंगे बिकॉज हमें बेनिफिट मिलेगा कितने का? 473 का बेनिफिट. Okay. Now the next one. 37. 37 is quite similar. A company is considering a proposal of purchasing machine either by making full payment of rupees 4,000. या तो हम परचेज करें तो पूरा 4,000 आज पे कर दें, या फिर हम उसको लीज पे लेंगे फॉर 4 years एट एनुअल रेट ऑफ 1250. एनुअल रेंट है हमारा 1250. सो विच कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन इज फेवरेबल इफ द रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट इज 14% कंपाउंडेड एनुअली. सो कंपनी के पास दो प्रपोजल है. वन प्रपोजल इज टू परचेज करते हैं तो एक साथ में 4,000 रुपीज देना पड़ेगा. सेकेंड ऑप्शन इज टू टेक ऑन लीज, टू टेक ऑन रेंट पे लिया तो एवरी ईयर 1,250 देना पड़ेगा, दैट इज 1,250 फॉर 4 years. नाउ वी कैन नॉट कंपेयर डायरेक्टली लाइक 1,250 into 4 is 5,000. 5,000 महंगा पड़ेगा, रिजेक्टेड. नो, वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू. क्योंकि 4,000 आज ही पे करना है, सो दिस इज द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू. बट 1250 धीरे धीरे पे करना है, एवरी ईयर पे करना है. सो एवरी ईयर पे करना है, सो वी कैन कैलकुलेट इट्स प्रेजेंट वैल्यू. सो लेट्स डू दिस. 1 divided by 1.14. So 1250 multiplied by the PV factor. How much we are getting? 3642.14. So rent की present value आ रही है 3,642, whereas purchase किया तो 4,000 देना पड़ेगा. So which is beneficial? Of course rent is beneficial. Rent पे लेना ज्यादा फायदेमंद है. So leasing is the preferable course of action. Now 38 is exactly the same. Now let's try bond valuation. So this time we can calculate bond valuation. So what is basically a bond? Bond क्या होता है? Bond is simply a debt security. अगर हमने किसी कंपनी का बॉन्ड परचेज किया है, so that is basically a kind of debenture, a kind of debt. कंपनी उस बॉन्ड पे हमें क्या पे करेगी? इंटरेस्ट पे करेगी. तो हमें हर साल इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा. हर साल we will be receiving the interest. Now we have to calculate its present value. तो कैसे करना है? So let us understand this with example number 40. Basic formula is same, present value, but according to situation we will be dealing with that. So an investor intends purchasing a 3-year rupees 1000 par value bond. तो एक इन्वेस्टर को परचेज करना है बॉन्ड whose par value is rupees 1000. Par value means the face value. Having nominal interest rate is 10%. So हमें 10% का इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा. तो 1000 का 10% is how much? 100 rupees. So interest for 1 year will be rupees 100. So every year 100 rupees का इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा. At what price the bond may be purchased now? आज हम बॉन्ड को कितने में परचेज करें? If it matures at par and the investor requires a rate of return of 14%. Investor की requirement कितनी है? 14% है. Investor की requirement कितनी है? 14% है. So let us understand this. So whenever bond is there, तो bond में क्या benefit होगा? In case of bond, let's say the bond we have taken for 3 years, 1, 2 and 3. So every year we will be receiving interest. First year के end में interest मिलेगा, second year के end में and also at the end of third year. जैसे टेन्योर खत्म होगा, टेन्योर खत्म होने के बाद जो इन्वेस्टेड मनी है वो भी वापस मिल जाएगा. तो वो कब मिलेगा? अगर 3 इयर्स का टाइम पीरियड है तो थर्ड ईयर के एंड में हमें इन्वेस्टेड मनी वी कैन से इट एज प्रिंसिपल, तो हमें अपना प्रिंसिपल भी वापस मिल जाएगा. नाउ वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट इट्स प्रेजेंट वैल्यू. तो इसकी पूरे की हमें प्रेजेंट वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करनी है. तो इन द गिवन क्वेश्चन द पार वैल्यू ऑफ बॉन्ड इज रुपीज 1000. देयरफॉर इंटरेस्ट विल बी 10% of 1000, 100 rupees, 100 rupees for second year, 100 for third year and principal वापस भी मिलेगा third year में. Therefore we are writing 1000 also in third year. So this is the cash flow. Then comes present value factor. प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर. नाउ क्वेश्चन की रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है? हमें इंटरेस्ट तो मिल रहा है कितना? 10%. बट इन्वेस्टर कहता है मुझे तो 14% का रिटर्न चाहिए. तो इन्वेस्टर को ज्यादा रिटर्न कब मिल सकता है? कैसे मिल सकता है? तो इंटरेस्ट तो 10% मिल ही रहा है. अगर वो बॉन्ड को थोड़ा सा कम प्राइस पे परचेस कर लेता है, थोड़ा सस्ते में खरीद लेता है, तो उसको वहां से गेन हो जाएगा और टोटल रिटर्न कितना मिल जाएगा? 14%. तो यही हमें फाइंड करना है कि इन्वेस्टर कितने रुपए में बॉन्ड को परचेज करे सो दैट ही गेट्स द टोटल रिटर्न ऑफ 14%. सो देयरफॉर हमें प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर को कैलकुलेट करना है एट द रेट ऑफ 14%. सो 14% विल बी यूज्ड फॉर प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर. ओके, सो फॉर द फर्स्ट ईयर व्हाट विल बी द फैक्टर? 1 divided by 1.14, 0.8771. So present value will be 87.71. Then for the second year it is 0.7694. So this will be 76.94. Then for the third year, it is 0.67497, and here also for third year 67497. So 67.497 and 674.97. Now we can add all of them and get the result. So we are getting 907.1. That means अगर हम बॉन्ड को 907 में परचेज कर लेते हैं, then the investor will get a return of 14%. Okay. Now everything, all these calculation can also be done on calculator. ये सारी कैलकुलेशन आप डायरेक्टली कैलकुलेटर पे भी कर सकते हैं. कैसे करना है, लेट मी एक्सप्लेन दैट ऑल्सो. इन फर्स्ट 3 इयर्स का तो अमाउंट आपका कॉमन है. सो देयरफॉर 1 डिवाइडेड बाय 1.14 प्रेस इक्वल टू फॉर 3 टाइम्स, देन GT बटन मल्टीप्लाई बाय 100 इक्वल टू M प्लस. जो भी वैल्यू आई उसको आपने मेमोरी में डाल दिया. तो टिल हियर क्या हो गया, ये 3 फिगर्स आपके मेमोरी में ऐड हो चुके हैं. ये 3 फिगर्स आपके कैलकुलेटर मेमोरी में ऐड हो चुके हैं. नाउ इट्स टर्न फॉर द लास्ट कैलकुलेशन, लास्ट फिगर कैलकुलेशन करना है. तो फिर से क्या करेंगे, 1 डिवाइडेड बाय 1.14 प्रेस इक्वल टू फॉर 1 टाइम, 2 टाइम, 3rd टाइम. इस बार GT प्रेस नहीं करना है. 3rd इक्वल टू के बाद डायरेक्टली मल्टीप्लाई बाय 1000 प्रेस इक्वल टू एंड देन M प्लस, सीधा उसको मेमोरी में डाल देंगे. मेमोरी में डाल दिया. नाउ इट्स टाइम टू प्रेस MRC बटन. MRC बटन दबाते ही आपके स्क्रीन पे आंसर होगा 907 पॉइंट समथिंग, 907 पॉइंट समथिंग. सो दिस will be your final answer. Okay, so this is bond. तो बॉन्ड में क्या करना है, जितना भी आपके पास टाइम पीरियड है उस टाइम पीरियड तक आपको इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा, एंड इन द लास्ट ईयर यू विल आल्सो रिसीव द प्रिंसिपल. देन प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर हमें कैलकुलेट करना है जैसा हम पहले कर रहे थे, एंड अकॉर्डिंगली वी कैन मल्टीप्लाई टू गेट द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू. कैलकुलेटर पे करना है. सो 1 डिवाइड बाय 1.14 3 टाइम्स इक्वल टू प्रेस किया, देन GT मल्टीप्लाई बाय 100 M प्लस. ये हो गया फर्स्ट पोर्शन फॉर इंटरेस्ट. सेकेंड पोर्शन था प्रिंसिपल का प्रेजेंट वैल्यू निकालना है. तो अगेन 1 डिवाइड बाय 1.14 इक्वल टू को हमने प्रेस किया फॉर 3 टाइम्स. नाउ GT नहीं दबाना है, डायरेक्टली मल्टीप्लाई बाय 1000 प्रेस इक्वल टू M प्लस बटन, एंड एट लास्ट आंसर को देखने के लिए MRC बटन का उपयोग करें. यू विल गेट द आंसर as 907 rupees on your screen. Okay, so Manish Jain is saying everyone is clear because of your teaching style and amazing calculated tricks. Yes, so every day is a new day. We must learn many things every day. I also try to learn many things daily, so always open for the new learnings every day. Aditi Salvi has got the answer. Shweta Sharma has got the answer. Then Miss Sakin Burani says, I didn't got the answer this time. Okay. So अगर आपकी कैलकुलेटर मेमोरी में पहले से कुछ पड़ा है तो उसको इरेज कर दे, अदरवाइज इट विल क्रिएट अ प्रॉब्लम. तो पुरानी मेमोरी को हटा दें पहले, उसके बाद ये सारे स्टेप्स आप फॉलो करें, यू विल गेट द आंसर. Okay. Then perpetuity we have already done with simple interest. Then comes the net present value. It is again the same thing which we have done. So net present value में क्या करना है? It is exactly the same. but let's understand with this example number 43. Compute the net present value for a project with a net investment of rupees 1 lakh. अगर हमें कोई प्रोजेक्ट शुरू करना है तो 1 लाख रुपीस आज देने पड़ेंगे. तो दिस इज अ कैश आउटफ्लो. आज पैसा जा रहा है इनिशियली. नेट कैश फ्लोज, अब वापस पैसा हमें मिल भी तो रहा है. कब मिल रहा है? एट द एंड ऑफ ईयर 1 55,000, फॉर ईयर 2 80,000, फॉर ईयर 3 इट इज 15,000. एंड कंपनी का जो कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल है इट इज 10%. 10% is the cost of capital. So now table values भी given है 0.909, 826, 751. तो simply क्या करेंगे, जो पैसा जा रहा है put that into bracket, that is negative sign. So zero period में पैसा जा रहा है तो उसका present value क्या होगा? Always 1. Zero period, that is the beginning period. Beginning में always present value factor is taken as 1. तो आउटफ्लो पैसा चला गया कितना? 1 लाख. नेक्स्ट हमें देखना है पैसा आया कितना. तो फर्स्ट ईयर में आया 55,000 मल्टीप्लाई विद इट्स प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर. सेकंड में जो आया मल्टीप्लाई अगेन, थर्ड ईयर एंड देन अगेन मल्टीप्लाई. सो आफ्टर डूइंग ऑल दीज कैलकुलेशन नेट रिजल्ट कितना आ रहा है? इट इज 27,340 rupees. If this is positive then it is favorable. अगर नेगेटिव आता है that means it is unfavorable. Positive is favorable, negative is unfavorable. Okay. Now there is last topic which is CAGR. This is known as compounded annual growth rate. तो ये कहाँ अप्लाई होता है? Whenever we are talking about a business, a company, तो a company like earns its revenue every year. हर साल कंपनी का कुछ सेल होता है, प्रॉफिट होता है. तो किस तरह से ग्रो हो रहा है every year, that we have to calculate. So for that we have to use the compound annual growth rate. ये on an average कंपनी कितना रिटर्न अर्न कर रही है, कंपनी का ग्रोथ कितना है, वो हमें फाइंड करना है. Then we have to use this method, that is CAGR. So what is the formula for CAGR? It is simply nth root of, सबसे पहले क्या करेंगे? nth root of final value upon initial value. So nth root of final value upon initial value at last minus 1. Last में क्या करेंगे? minus 1. So here n is the time period. कितना time period हो रहा है? So example says, suppose the revenue of a company for the 4 years is given and calculate CAGR. तो 4 years का डेटा गिवन है, तो कितना डेविएशन निकल रहा है, कैसे हम कंपेयर करेंगे? So 13 and 14, this is the first comparison, second comparison, third comparison. Therefore n will be taken as 3. Or what can be done? 2016 minus 2013, then also the n is equal to 3. So first of all you have to calculate n in this manner. इस तरीके से हम n को कैलकुलेट करेंगे. So difference of years you can take or the number of deviations you can count. So clearly we can see that n is equal to 3. So there will be a cube root. Now final value, revenue grow होते होते finally कहां तक पहुंच गया? 210. Initially it was 100. Initially it was 100. So 210 divided by 100 and at last minus 1. So 2.1 ka cube root and then minus 1. Now how to calculate the cube root? I have explained you 3 times. Now you can use that trick and find out the cube root. Okay, so 2.1 का आपको cube root calculate करना है. So multiply 2.1 and then press root button for the 12 times. Minus 1 divide by 3 plus 1, then multiply equal to for 12 times. So you are getting the value as 1.2805 minus 1. So it is 0.2805 is the I, or in terms of percentage, it can be 28.05%. So correct answer will be 28.05%. So don't forget to subtract 1 at last. So after subtracting 1, you will get your answer. So this is simply CAGR, compound annual growth rate. So we have already done 2-3 times this trick. So if you don't remember, you can go to the simple interest lecture and see the last part of simple interest. We have discussed this trick there in detail. So you can easily understand that trick from in detail from there, and you can apply at each and every place, because it will be required in many chapters, in many topics. So therefore you have to understand this very carefully. So this was CAGR, compounded annual growth rate. So Sweta Sharma is asking how many marks for this chapter. So this chapter is carrying 12 to 16 marks. So it is most important chapter. So on an average, 14-15 questions come from this chapter normally. So it is very much important. So you cannot miss any part of the chapter. So whenever there is a confusion, you can again see the session and check all the kind of tips and tricks for the chapter. Okay. So we have discussed each and everything in great detail. So Mehak Roy is asking about the lease concept once again. So let's discuss that. Lease concept was in question number, yes, 36 and 37. So in 37, question was saying that there are two options available with the company. First option is to purchase the machine at the rate of rupees 4,000. Second option is to take on rent, that is to take on lease. Now we have to check which option is favorable. Purchase करना better है या lease पे लेना better है. This we have to find it out. तो उसको compare करने के लिए हम क्या करेंगे? अगर हम purchase करते हैं तो of course present value is 4,000. But if you are taking it on rent, अगर हमने उसको rent पे लिया है, तो उस केस में हमें present value calculate करना है. So present value equal to annuity multiplied by present value factor. Now this time annuity is rupees 1250. Annuity is 1250. Therefore हम उसको multiply करेंगे किससे? Present value factor से. Present value factor से. And present value factor कैसे आता है? This we have done in so many questions. 1 divided by 1.14. Press equal to for 4 times. Then GT. You will get this figure. Then multiply with 1250 you will get the present value as 3642.14. So the which option is favorable now? Now this rental option is favorable for lessee. So we are talking from the point of view of borrower, जिसको मशीन खरीदनी है या किराए पे लेनी है, according to that person we are thinking. Okay. So all these were the good tips for the examination for these question. And in case अगर कोई doubt आपका बच चुका है, तो again you can connect on the application as I've told you before also on the Students Clinic app. You can download that app and you can connect on that application, ask your doubts, extra questions, anything. Okay, so no need to worry. We are always here to help. Now let's see one or two questions from the back. So let's try the second one. It says amount of annuity of rupees 150 for 12 years at 3.5% per annum compound interest is. So 150 is the amount of annuity and we have to find out the future value. Time is given, rate is given. So you have to calculate the future value. So you can do all the calculation on your calculator. 1.035 to the power of 12 minus 1 divided by 0.035 and then multiply with 150. So answer is 2190.28. So let's recall the trick for future value on calculator. Now I'm not writing the formula, simply what you have to type on calculator to get the result, that figures I'm writing. So 1 divided by 1.035, sorry, it is future value. So 1.035, press multiply and then press equal to for 11 times. So pressing equal to for 11 times will give you power 12. After that, subtract 1 divided by 0.035 and at last multiply it with 150. You will get the answer on screen, 2190.29. Okay, so this is a simple trick which you can do on your calculator. 1.035, press multiply equal to for 11 times, then minus 1, divide by rate and then multiply by 100. So you will get the answer, option number A. Now sixth one you can try. 6 is if the amount of annuity after 25 years at 5% per annum compound interest is 50,000. So this 50,000 is the figure after 25 years. This is after 25 years. Rate is 5%. You have to find out the annuity, that is A. A you have to calculate. So what will be the figure? Which formula you have to apply? Future value or present value? Of course, future value, because future value is given in the question, and here you have to find out annuity. So future value equal to annuity, then 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1 divided by I. So future value this time is 50,000. A is unknown, 1.05 to the power of 25 minus 1 divided by 0.05. This you have to solve. So this calculation can be done on calculator. So first of all, type 1.05 multiply, press equal to for 24 times, then minus 1 divided by 0.05, then memory button M plus. Next step will be 50,000 divided by, press MRC and then equal to. You will get the answer. So 1.05 into equal to. The final answer which we are getting is 1047.622. So we can check option number B is the result. Option number B is the correct result. So all these calculations can be done using the calculator. Only the thing required is practice. You have to use GT button, you have to use memory button, you have to use MRC button so that you can easily do all these on your calculator. No need of writing anything. Okay. So Aditi, Dimple has given the answer. Aryan is getting wrong answer. Emmy is not getting correct answer. Ayush is correct. Great. Akshay Kumar is asking additional question bank is compulsory. Yes, you can do additional question bank for, especially for this chapter. Okay, because this chapter is very, very much important. So you can do additional for this chapter. So I think everyone has got the answer. 1047.622. So I think we have done everything in a lot of detail. So what is your task today? Complete all examples first once again. सारे example को एक बार वापस से try करें. After that, try this complete exercise. लास्ट में आपको पूरी कंप्लीट एक्सरसाइज ट्राई करनी है और उसके बाद में कहां जाएंगे? एडिशनल बैंक. At last go to the additional bank and then solve all variety of questions. Step by step you have to do this. So you can take your time, do this in 2-3 days, and after that we will be starting with the next chapter in the next class, that is permutation and combination. Okay, so try to do all these questions now, and I hope you have understood all the tips and tricks. In case of any doubt, you can reach to us and we are happy to help you. Okay, so no worries. So bye everyone, take care and see you soon in the next session.